As a coach, weight-based training has completely changed the way that I look at the game. It's hands down the most effective way to look at becoming a better baseball player. So imagine that my arm, as I hold it up, there was water in it. Water would fall down into the shoulder. Now it would fall into the elbow. Now it would fall into the hand. One of my favorite questions to ask athletes is, when I throw this ball to you, how does it get to you? I drop it, what makes it go down? Gravity. Okay, great. What's in it? Weight. Oh, okay, so I'm throwing this, and the harder I throw it, the more weight it has in it. So as I throw this to you, what's making it go there? Weight. So an athlete that goes and throws like this, you can see that they're carrying weight in their elbow as they throw, right? Versus when they go to throw, they should be carrying weight in their shoulder as they throw. That would be a very convenient way for me to coach an athlete into how they could better understand their own body by understanding where weight is being held. All athletes of all ages quickly understand weight, and that it's actually my older athletes that have a harder time understanding weight because they haven't moved their weight. They've only been taught, like a mechanic, they've only been taught to put their arms in a certain position or a certain position or a certain position, right? They haven't been taught the function of their front arm, the function of their front leg. They haven't been taught how their body works. All right, the 3-step warm-up is designed to teach you how your body should move in a very specific order. And the reason that we want to move in this very specific order is because it maximizes weight. We want our front side to move first and our back side to move second. That means if I'm going that way, okay, I need to pick up my front side, and I need to recognize as the athlete that I am picking up my front side. And when I do, it gets the front side higher and puts weight down into this side where I can then deliver it to whatever I'm doing. So 3-step warm-up gets me working in the front side properly and then the back side properly, and then it helps me understand how I need to work from my legs then to my upper half in that order. So it's front to back, bottom to top, and that's what the 3-step warm-up teaches you to master. Youth should play catch with Pro Catch.
Pro Catch Play teaches us how our body should naturally work. We want our glove side to transition naturally into our throw, and these are 2 really good options to teach that.
It's catch, pass, throw, or step, pass, throw. This allows our body to naturally work in the order that it is designed to work. When you catch the ball, you want to carry the weight of the glove in your elbow, okay? Not in your hand. So you'll always want the elbow outside of the glove, and then we're going to use the pinky and bring it to the thumb rather than the pointer and middle to the thumb. With our younger athletes, they're going to want to use both the ring and the pinky. Our bigger athletes are just going to be pinky around. Separating the hand into throwers and drivers is really easy at all ages and makes a big difference in throwing the ball properly. The thumb is underneath, the pointer and middle are on top, and the ring and pinky are on the side, because now we're able to use our fingers instead of our whole entire arm. If we want the ball to go out, we have to have motions go inward to drive other motions outward. That we have the throwers and we have the drivers, and the throwers pull in, and you'll notice when the throwers pull in, it pushes the pointer and middle out. So we now are throwing weight into the ball, as opposed to behind the ball, which is more of like a peeling action. No matter where you are on the diamond, we're throwing a fastball to throw it straight on a line to a target. That's our goal. And when we do this, our ability to generate a wave of energy forward will be a big part of our ability to get the ball going forward. Okay, fastball spin's pretty easy, okay? My thumb is going to be under the ball, pointer and middle on top, and ring and pinky on the side. With all of my fastballs, okay, I'm going to require these to be pushing behind the ball. That's what gets them to be fastballs, right? Is that pointer and middle are from this point going to be behind the ball to a degree. Now what I'm doing is I'm changing whether they're on the outside part of the ball as I drive through or they're on the inside part of the ball as I drive through. But all fastballs are classified as fastballs because the pointer and middle drive through the center of them. So what I'm doing on a 4-seam fastball is I'm taking my ring and pinky and I'm pulling them in, okay, and it drives my pointer and middle out through them. On a cutter is I'm taking my thumb and middle and I'm spinning them and driving pointer finger through the middle of the ball. So it's thumb middle, and then my pointer finger pulls into me, driving spin through the outside part of the middle of the ball. And so if you think about it, what I just did was a fastball's here and a cutter's here of where this pointer is, okay? Now on a two seam or a sinker, I hate even saying two seams because this really has less to do with seams than we have all been led to believe. It has much more to do with the position of the pointer finger and that it needs to be on the inside part of the ball. So what we're doing on a sinker is we're taking thumb underneath and we're driving pointer in through the ball. And so typically we're going to see these three fingers not flexed on sinkers. You can typically see this over here. So go watch your best throwers, and when you see them throw power sinkers, it's not about the seams, it's about how they're activating, and you're going to see this as a follow-through a large majority of the time. To classify what I just said, we say it's throw, drive, then it's spin, drive, and then it's spin, spin, drive. For example, when I throw a fastball, okay, weight goes from my shoulder into my elbow and then into my hand. Well, what we do on a changeup is we go shoulder, elbow, hand, and we keep it in the elbow to throw weight out of the elbow and then cut from the hand. So we classify a fastball as like we throw a weight into our hand and then we cut it loose, and then the elbow carries forward and then the shoulder closes behind that. And what we do on a changeup is we keep the ball in our hand and we close the shoulder, and it allows us the elbow to carry then through, and the ball comes out behind. So not only are we throwing a pitch that is slower, but the ball's coming out of our hand later, which makes good changeups even more deceptive. A changeup, it bounces back up into our elbow and then we cut it loose.